This video is brought to you by NichirenBuddhismStore.com, where you can shop faith essentials and much more. More on this at the end of the video. The sound echoes through temples and homes across the world, a rhythmic chant that has been repeated for over 7 centuries. Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, 5 simple syllables in Japanese that carry within them the entire essence of Buddhist enlightenment. This is Daimoku, the devotional practice of chanting the title of the Lotus Sutra, and it represents one of the most direct paths to awakening ever discovered by human beings. To understand the power of this practice, we must first grasp what these words actually mean. Nam comes from the Sanskrit word namas, which means to devote or dedicate one's life. When we say Nam, we are expressing our complete commitment to the truth that follows. Myoho translates as wonderful law or mystic law, the fundamental principle that governs all existence. Renge means lotus flower, that remarkable bloom that rises pure and beautiful from muddy waters. Kyo means sutra or teaching, specifically referring to the voice or sound of the Buddha's enlightenment. Put together, Nam-myoho Renge-kyo means, I devote my life to the wonderful law of the lotus flower teaching. But this translation, while accurate, barely scratches the surface of its profound meaning. The Lotus Sutra itself declares, the wisdom of the Buddhas is infinitely profound and immeasurable. The door to this wisdom is difficult to understand and difficult to enter. Yet through Daimoku, this door becomes accessible to anyone willing to open their voice and heart. The practice itself appears deceptively simple. You sit comfortably, focus your mind, and begin to chant Nam-myoho Renge-kyo repeatedly. The rhythm naturally develops, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, depending on your inner state and needs. There are no complex rituals to master, no years of study required before you can begin. As Nichiren Daishonin wrote, even a bad person will be saved by the Lotus Sutra. How much more a good person? This accessibility makes Daimoku revolutionary among spiritual practices. Yet simplicity should not be confused with superficiality. Each repetition of Nam-myoho Renge-kyo is like striking a bell that resonates through every level of your being. The sound vibrates not just in your throat and chest, but throughout your entire life condition. Ancient Buddhist texts speak of the Buddha nature, inherent in all beings, and Daimoku is the key that unlocks this hidden treasure. The Lotus Sutra teaches, all living beings possess the Buddha nature, and through chanting, we awaken to this fundamental truth about ourselves. The lotus flower serves as the perfect metaphor for this practice. Just as the lotus grows in muddy water yet produces pristine blossoms, our lives can transform even in the midst of difficulties and challenges. We don't need to escape our problems or wait for perfect conditions to begin our spiritual journey. Nichiren Daishonin emphasized this point repeatedly in his writings. Cherry, plum, peach, and damson blossoms all have their own qualities, and they manifest the 3 properties of the Buddha's life without changing their character. We can manifest our Buddha nature exactly as we are, in our current circumstances. The power of sound and vibration has been recognized by spiritual traditions throughout history. The Lotus Sutra itself emerged from the Buddha's deep meditation, and its words carry the vibration of enlightenment. When we chant Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, we are not merely repeating words. We are aligning our life rhythm with the fundamental rhythm of the universe. This is why practitioners often describe feeling energized, clarified, or deeply peaceful after chanting, even when they began in states of confusion or distress. Scientific research has begun to validate what Buddhist practitioners have known for centuries. Repetitive chanting creates measurable changes in brain activity, stress hormones, and overall well-being. The rhythmic nature of Daimoku activates the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting healing and restoration. But beyond these physical benefits lies something far more profound, a transformation of consciousness itself. The practice of Daimoku works on multiple levels simultaneously. On the most basic level, it provides a focus for the scattered mind. In our modern world of constant distractions, the simple act of sustained chanting creates a refuge of concentration. The mind, usually jumping from worry to worry, finds rest in the steady rhythm of Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. This mental stability becomes the foundation for deeper spiritual insights. As practice continues, practitioners begin to notice changes in their daily lives. Problems that once seemed overwhelming become manageable. Relationships improve as compassion and understanding naturally develop. Creative inspiration flows more freely. These are not mystical phenomena, but natural results of connecting with our deepest wisdom and life force. The Lotus Sutra promises, if there are those who hear this law, then not one will fail to attain Buddhahood. The timing and duration of chanting practice can vary greatly among individuals. Some people chant for just a few minutes during stressful moments, while others maintain regular daily practice sessions of 30 minutes or more. The key is consistency rather than duration. Even 5 minutes of sincere chanting can shift your entire day's trajectory. Nichiren Daishonin taught that the benefits of Daimoku are not dependent on the length of practice, but on the sincerity and faith with which it is performed. Faith plays a crucial role in Daimoku practice, but this is not blind belief. Rather, it is the faith that comes from direct experience. When you begin chanting, you might feel uncertain or even skeptical. This is completely natural and acceptable. The Lotus Sutra encourages us to, quote, honestly discard expedient means and embrace the direct path to enlightenment. Your faith will grow naturally as you witness the practice's effects in your own life. Many practitioners describe breakthrough moments during Daimoku's sudden insights, emotional releases, or profound experiences of peace and connection. These experiences vary widely from person to person, but they share common elements: a sense of coming home to oneself, recognition of one's inherent worth and potential, and a deep feeling of connection to all life. The Buddha taught that all beings are interconnected, and through Daimoku, we experience this truth directly rather than just understanding it intellectually. The communal aspect of Daimoku practice adds another dimension to its power. When people chant together, their individual rhythms gradually synchronize, creating a collective energy that amplifies the benefits for everyone involved. Buddhist communities around the world gather regularly to chant together, and these sessions often become profound experiences of unity and shared purpose. The Lotus Sutra emphasizes that, quote, where there is unsurpassed enlightenment, there is the place of practice, and group chanting creates such places wherever it occurs. Historical accounts of Daimoku's effects are numerous and compelling. Nichiren Daishonin himself faced persecution, exile, and constant danger, yet he maintained his practice and teaching throughout his life. His letters to followers reveal a man of unshakable conviction, who found strength and wisdom through his connection to the Lotus Sutra. He wrote, when we revere Myoho Renge Kyo inherent in our own life as the object of devotion, the Buddha nature within us is summoned forth and manifested by our chanting of Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. The practice transcends cultural and religious boundaries. People from all backgrounds have found benefit in Daimoku, regardless of their previous spiritual training or beliefs. This universality reflects the Lotus Sutra's teaching that Buddha nature is inherent in all beings, not just those who follow specific religious traditions. The practice works by awakening what is already present within us, rather than adding something external. Modern practitioners often report that Daimoku helps them navigate contemporary challenges with greater wisdom and resilience. Whether dealing with career pressures, relationship difficulties, health concerns, or global anxieties, the practice provides a reliable source of inner strength and clarity. This is not escapism, but engagement. Daimoku practitioners typically become more active and effective in addressing life's challenges rather than withdrawing from them. The environmental benefits of regular Daimoku practice extend beyond the individual. As practitioners develop greater compassion and wisdom, they naturally make choices that benefit their communities and the planet. The interconnectedness experienced through chanting leads to increased environmental consciousness, social responsibility, and global citizenship. The Lotus Sutra's vision of universal enlightenment includes all beings and all aspects of existence. Children often take to Daimoku practice naturally, finding joy in the rhythm and sound without needing complex explanations. Their spontaneous enthusiasm reminds adult practitioners that the practice is fundamentally about joy and life affirmation, rather than grim spiritual discipline. The Buddha taught that we should approach enlightenment with the wonder and openness of a child, and Daimoku provides a direct path to this state of natural wisdom. The practice continues to evolve and adapt to contemporary needs while maintaining its essential character. Modern technology allows people to chant together across great distances, and scientific research continues to validate its benefits. Yet the heart of the practice remains unchanged. It is still the simple, direct path to awakening that has transformed lives for centuries. As you consider incorporating Daimoku into your own life, remember that you already possess everything necessary to begin. The Buddha nature within you is complete and perfect right now. Chanting Nam-myoho Renge-kyo is not about becoming someone different, but about revealing who you truly are. Each repetition is both a prayer and an affirmation, both a request and a declaration of your inherent enlightenment. The journey of Daimoku practice is ultimately a journey home to yourself. Through the simple act of chanting, you reconnect with your deepest wisdom, your boundless compassion, and your infinite potential. The Lotus Sutra promises that all beings can attain enlightenment, and Daimoku is the key that opens this door. In a world filled with complexity and confusion, this ancient practice offers a clear, accessible path to the peace and wisdom that every human heart seeks. Whether you chant for 5 minutes or 50, whether alone or with others, whether in times of joy or sorrow, Nam-myoho Renge-kyo remains a constant source of strength and inspiration. It is the sound of your own enlightenment calling to you, the voice of your Buddha nature singing its eternal song of hope and possibility. Let's talk about NichirenBuddhismStore.com. Everything in the store is made with care, from museum-quality posters that transform your prayer space to premium teas and accessories that reflect the spirit of Nichiren Daishonen's teachings. Whether you're a new believer or a lifelong practitioner, there's something here for you. And yes, we ship worldwide with guaranteed quality on every order. You can also request new products that you'd like to see in the store. Just send your suggestions or feedback to support@NichirenBuddhismStore.com. Support your practice. Visit NichirenBuddhismStore.com. Link is in the description.